Hello, my name is Sebbi and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Wednesday, July 21st, 2021. This is episode 700. Wow, this is amazing. This is unbelievable. As I started this series, I never expected that it would last that long. Right now, I think I will even make it to episode 1000. This would be also a great achievement. But yeah, back in the days, I just was interested in starting a Let's Play series that has this vlog type format where I just discuss all the things happening in my life and I play along while I discuss all those things, while I talk about all those things. So yeah, I guess I really started to like it, and it even attracted some viewers. So this is cool. This is nice that you are enjoying this series and this format just as well. Here, now we are at episode 700. Wow, this is crazy, and as said, I think we can make it to episode 1000. But for today, I do have something special planned. Well, it's not really a big plan, it's just the general idea that I can go through all the buildings I constructed in the coffee break world and just take a look back on 700 episodes. This is unbelievable. This will, of course, require lots of traveling back and forth, and I also think it might take a while. So I hope you are prepared. You are prepared for this special episode, this special 700 episodes of the coffee break episode. If not, then please pause the video and brew yourself a huge cup of coffee, because, as I said, this might take a while. Let's start. Let's start with the beginning. With the beginning of the coffee break world, with my existence in this universe. Let's travel to the center of the world. I'm not referring to the center of the world monument. This is something completely different. No, I am referring to the real center of the world, where I started. And one thing you have to keep in mind while we go through all those buildings and important things, they might have changed over the course of the 700 episodes, because a few things, a few blocks, a few elements might have not been present at the time as I constructed a specific building. For instance, recently we updated the lights in the tower. As I constructed the tower, no lanterns were available, so I had those this block of wood, those planks, and some torches around it. And yeah, recently I upgraded to the lanterns, and this also has happened to other buildings. We have now the path going through the entire coffee break world, and other things that have been constructed over the course of the 700 episodes. So yeah, just see it as a, well, like a picture, like a quick time capsule we have right now. It might change in the future. And yeah, so without any further ado, let's start with the journey. Somewhere around here, I'm not quite sure which block, but on some of those blocks around this torch, I entered the coffee break world for the very first time. I was really impressed, and at this point, as you know, when you start a new Minecraft world, you need a good spot where to... Okay, I don't have dirt, so I can't fix it. Where you seek for shelter. And so I guess I must have traveled in this general direction, because I guess I excavated the first cave, the first hidey hole, where the storage building is located today. So there we do have the first example for a change. I think back in the days, this area, this room back here, might have been my hidey hole. It's a little bit inside of the mountain, as you can see. So I think I dug in here. I'm not sure. I don't think that I used wooden planks to decorate it. I think it was just a very, very small hidey hole, and I used it to construct the very first building, and that is the cabin. Back in the days, as I constructed the cabin, the roof was not looking as the roof is looking now. We don't have those overhangs, but yeah, the cabin. The cabin was the first thing that I constructed, so this basically is the oldest building in the coffee break world. Here, everything started. I mean, I wanted to have this cabin. It was good for the time. As I entered the world, it gave me shelter, it protected me, but was nothing extraordinary. And yeah, it was just the beginning. This really is the oldest building. As I said, few things have changed, like the overhang of the roof, but well, that's what happens. And quickly I realized, okay, I need to do more. I need to do more than just having this little cabin. I don't want it to go exploring right away, so I wanted to have a huge project. And I started, I think, just looking at the dimensions, it is one of the biggest projects, maybe? I'm not quite sure. The museum also is super large, but one of the huge projects, and that is the airport. The airport is the second oldest building site in the coffee break world. I selected this area because it was rather flat. As you know, I still haven't finished it because I still have to fill in all the dirt underneath the terminal. But yeah, I started to construct the runway first, so it took some time to really flatten out the surface. And then we needed lots of stone. We needed so much stone. Yeah, why airport? Well, personally, I'm deeply rooted with aviation, and so it was kind of obvious to me to do something that is connected to aviation. What better than to have an airport, because at an airport all flights start and end. You start at an airport and you end your flight at an airport when you land on the runway. So yeah, this thing was my first project and I really enjoyed it. You can also see that my building skills have improved a little bit. I mean, I'm still proud. I'm still proud to my airplanes. I still enjoy my aeroplanes. They still look good. I mean, I think they could be a little bit better, but I still enjoy my approaching traffic. I enjoy this airplane here on the runway. But here the terminal, as you can see, it's just a building. So at this stage, just thought, okay, let's have the terminal itself, but I haven't really built something in here. I think by now I would, maybe this is also a thing for the future. At some point I might improve the terminal. Right now it's just a huge box out of glass. But yeah, that's how it started. I also built the tower. Of course, every airport needs a tower for the air traffic control. Yeah, I'm quite happy also with those neat details like the illumination for the taxiway. By the way, those things are also, well, the pass is one of the things that changed over the time. And yeah, then I constructed the tower. You can even get to the top of the tower. I'm quite pleased with the tower itself, but I think by now I would have installed something up here that looks a little bit better. But yeah, back in the days, this was cool, and you can get out. You can look over to the approaching traffic, so this was cool. This was very cool. And yeah, so since I'm connected with aviation, I thought, okay, the coffee break world has to be connected, and we had the airport. With the airport, you, as already said, I needed lots of stone, so I had to get all the stone. And so basically the, well, second side, depending. I mean, I started constructing the airport first. I mean, I flattened out the surface, I planed the ground. So the airport is the second oldest site, but the third oldest site then is actually, well, it depends if you count the storage building as the first thing or not, is the mine, because yeah, I needed stone. I needed so much stone. And so, do I have the travel bed? No, I don't have the travel bed. That is sad. But I think I will quickly grab the travel bed so that I can make some more progress. As I said, it will be a long episode. Is the mine. I needed stone. I needed so much stone. And I came here, I guess. And I started building this mine. This door also is a new thing. I mean, not a new thing, but the thing that was added later. What? Oh no. Those Endermen, I haven't expected that Endermen even get into a mine and place dirt here. Oh man, Enderman, why? And yeah, so I built the mine, used it to get lots of stone. And I think I immediately decided to go down to the very deep layer because I wanted to get some diamonds, I guess. Here I got some. It's also Enderman, I don't know. Here I got some lava because I needed that lever or I used this lever to power the furnace to smelt all the dirt. And yeah, here I think here's most of the stone coming from where we used for the runway and maybe also for other project. No, I don't want to excavate this thing further. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, the mine. The mine is the second oldest thing. I wanted to turn it this room into something, but so far I haven't done this. Maybe at some point I will install something down here. But yeah, this is the mine where I got most stone from, and yeah, since then I haven't really used it for something. Another thing I like to use the mine for, well, over here we do have the branch mining, all the mining activities. We also got lots of, oh yeah, there I got some obsidian for the portal. And up here we do have the spawner. This spawner I wanted to turn into some kind of mob grinder at some point. But yeah, it's still illuminated. I haven't turned it into a mob grinder, but at some point I might turn this into a grinder, and then maybe okay, we do have a slime somewhere. And maybe then the mine will become of use. No, you don't. No. So, yeah, mine. Mine was the third or fourth building, depending if you want to count the storage building, because this was my very first hole with it or not. But yeah, so mine was the next thing. After I finished the airport, I realized, okay, I got this shiny airport, things are cool, but the cabin is way too small. So I looked out of the window of the cabin and I saw this mountain here, and I thought, okay, I like to have a tower. I like to live in the tower because the tower is bigger, and also I do get multiple layers where I can store so many things. So the tower was built. At first I think I wanted to have a huge mansion or something like this up here, but quickly I realized, okay, huge mansion is not really working out. Let's build a tower, and that's the result. Well, this is the current version of the tower. As I said, we changed the light, so might change later on again. Here's my bedroom. In the basement, the storage room. There we do have the entrance with all the armor and the cat. My bedroom. Here's my planning room, where I do have the overview map of the surroundings. And up here is the library, where I can do enchanting and so on. Yep, this tower basically provides me with everything. Up here I could store even more things if I would really need to, or have more things I can use to interact with, to produce things. So yeah, then the tower was built. After the tower, I started to explore a little bit, and I came across a cool mountain. By the way, I just realized that this mountain is not connected to the path. Might need to do this at some point. Yeah, I came across a cool mountain. At this stage, I was playing on a different Minecraft realm simultaneously, and on this Minecraft realm, I turned. Okay, I think here are a lot of Enderman things. Oh man, I guess I have to fix this at some point. Enderman, I'm quite sure they. Why are they doing this to me? Yeah, I was playing on a different Minecraft realm, and there I had my home in a mountain. I turned an entire mountain into a home, and so I thought, hey, I like to mirror this. I like to bring my experiences from the other Minecraft world into the coffee break world. As I found the mountain, I immediately thought, okay, this mountain is fitting. This mountain is absolutely fitting for recreating the mountain home in here, and so I started this. This is the next big project I started. It was refined over multiple episodes, and even in between I did something else, and I came back because I wanted to improve something, and there you can see it. There you can see already the mountain home. There's the great lookout, and yeah, I turned this entire mountain into my home, into a home. Not my home, but a home. I just stay here from time to time. We even do have this nice balcony so that we can look into the distance. And yeah, at some point I later built this bridge because it's way easier to get here using this bridge instead of just traveling here. And yeah, built the mountain home. This entrance was the first entrance. The main entrance is up here. You need to get up the stairs and then across this little bridge, get here, enter the thing, and you are immediately greeted by this cool lava fall thing. You have this elevator system basically, or well, this ladder system. Down here is basically where I stored all the things I mined, and where I used the furnace if I wanted to produce something. And yeah, then I went up and created some cool looking corridors and rooms everywhere. Here's basically some kind of botanical garden with a little pond with some crops growing, with blue sky and starry sky. You have this cool outlook. Yeah, here you can produce your food if you like to. You can step out into the balcony. I really enjoy that I incorporated this waterfall. This waterfall was here. There you can also see that here and there I turned the mountain into rooms. I incorporated this waterfall. This waterfall was here. I haven't added this waterfall to the mountain, and I think it's cool. It's really cool that you have this balcony with the waterfall. You have this nice lookout. And yeah, so we can continue. We can climb up. Here we need to climb a little bit longer. Then we get to some kind of museum. Here is the art gallery. Here are some tree sculptures where I just wanted to show all the different tree types looking like, which I find really cool. So this was already the first kind of a museum I created. Then we get to the workshop with a nice view. Here's the workshop with multiple furnaces so that I can produce things if I like to. With this indoor waterfall, I have created the entrance to my bedroom, and of course while sleeping I can look up at the stars and I can have great dreams. I can have really great dreams, and when I wake up I look to this marvelous environment. So this is cool. It is really cool. I really enjoy waking up here. And of course we do have the top with the mountain sheep. I remember that I rescued the mountain sheep population, and yeah, I put them into a pen because they frequently committed suicide and I wanted to stop them from doing this, so I rescued the mountain sheep population. And yeah, that's a mountain home. You can enjoy a fantastic sunset from up here. But since there's so much more to explore in the Coffee Break world, we don't have time. We don't have time to see everything or to enjoy the sunset from up here. Let's get down. The next thing I built, we can have a quick visit, but I think you already know it very well, is the park. The next thing I built is the park around the tower, because after building the tower, it was just standing there on top of the mountain and there was nothing around it. Of course, there was some dirt and some grass, but that's about it. So I thought, okay, this is cool, but I like to make the environment around the tower more beautiful. So I came up with the idea of the park. I remember doing several experiments for finding the right leaf type for the hedge, because I wanted to have a good looking hedge, and this took some time. And then I came up with the idea, okay, I like to have all the various types of trees up there. So planted all the trees, wanted to have some flowers, wanted to have the fountain. And yeah, over time the park, we can see it here in the distance, was built, created. And the park, aside from a few little changes, has not changed since I built it. So basically the park still is in the more or less original state. Oh man, sun is about to set again. Wow, this Okay, we need to hurry. This will be a long episode, I guess. Okay, let's hurry. Then I think I can sleep in the tower. Yeah, the park. The park was the next thing that I built, the next rather big thing. I needed to have some jungle trees. This was also a different thing, a difficult thing. Building the fountain was fun. I needed to go into the nether for the fountain. And yeah, for the hedge I needed jungle leaves. And this is the beginning for the jungle tree farm down there. So those are jungle trees and they grow there. I built this little pond until I realized, I mean, I'm surprised that there's no ice anymore. Maybe I placed enough torches. I'm not quite sure. Maybe they changed a little bit the mechanic, but I remember at some point the pond was constantly freezing and thawing again. So this was quite interesting because it constantly changed. And yeah, this is where most of the episodes start and end, because the tower is my home. And I really enjoy the tower. The tower is really one of my favorite buildings. Around this time, maybe after finishing the park, not entirely sure, the adventures on the Salty Dog server started. If you haven't watched the adventures on the Salty Dog server, then there are 2 seasons of it. Go back into the archive, basically. Check the different playlists I created. There is definitely a playlist for the first season of the Salty Dog server and for the second season. It's Minecraft gameplay, but it's completely different to the Coffee Break gameplay, because here it's more about, well, talking about all those things, creating this Minecraft video log situation and building, constructing things. The Salty Dog things were a little bit different. They were more entertaining, a little bit more on the hilarious side. They were definitely on the hilarious side. Sometimes they were also on the mysterious side. So a lot of things happened there. There was some storytelling going on. I personally really enjoyed creating those episodes, not because all of them are just great, but also because some of them are just hilarious, because weird things happened and I just enjoyed myself creating the Salty Dogs season, or 2 seasons. And yeah, just have a look at it. Here you can see the thing that the airport is not finished. I still have to fill this in. But the Endermen are always stealing my dirt, so maybe I can ask the Enderman to fill this in. Yes, so Salty Dog server. I started at some point. I don't want to spoil the plot for you. Just watch the series. Enderman. And I moved to a different place, and I thought, hey, this is cool. I found a super cool cliff right at the sea, and I thought, okay, cliff, sea, exposed spot, there has to be a lighthouse. And this is basically the lighthouse. This is a direct model, a recreation of the lighthouse I created with the exact same materials I created on the Salty Dog server. Because at the end of season 1, the Salty Dog server was closed, and so the lighthouse was lost. And I wanted to have the lighthouse in here. And yeah, I created the lighthouse with all the details I had back in the days. The golden armor, the golden sword, my bedroom up here with this little map so that you can look out. And yeah, even the jukebox, all the paintings. I think I put a lot of effort to get the exact same paintings as on the Salty Dog server. And up here is the redstone contraption. I disabled it because yeah, it starts to lag a little bit, unfortunately, which is really weird. But normally the light would move around, and this is really cool. So this is the redstone contraption, and yeah, this is the top of the lighthouse. So the lighthouse would be actually working, but I don't want to do it right now. We don't have enough time. So yeah, to commemorate the end of the first season of Salty Dog, I wanted to have the lighthouse here, and I was looking a little bit for a good place, and I thought, okay, the swamp is better than nothing. So I built the lighthouse here. I built the recreation of the lighthouse, and I still enjoy it. It's also cool that you can see it from up there, from the park. You can see the lighthouse in the distance, and yeah, this was the next building I constructed. Then we had, well, not buildings, but a different thing. All those things I showed so far were all constructed before episode 300. So they are at least 400 episodes old. And this just blows my mind when I think about this, that 400 episodes have passed since I constructed, at least 400 episodes have passed since I constructed one of those buildings. This is crazy. This is really crazy. And yeah, as I hit episode 300, I wanted to do something special, as I did do right now. For episode 300, I, being interested in spaceflight, came up with, okay, I like to have a cool mural. I like to have a spaceflight mural. And this is where this rocket launch came from. So episode 300, the celebration for episode 300, was the construction of this rocket launch. You can see the rocket soaring up into the sky, and you see the exhaust plume and so on, and some clouds. And I wanted to have it at a, well, this mountain already was good because we already had this cliff. And I wanted to have it at a spot where I always see it. And I found it pretty good because every time, most of the episodes start with me waking up in the tower, and I descend down there and I come by this rocket launch, and it always makes me smile when I come by. And ooh, there's even, I knew that I placed a sign there where I stated that this is for episode 300, but I also wrote the date there. This is cool. When was episode 300? Episode was July 9th, 2017. So, since we are now past July 9th, 2021, this thing is 4 years old. Wow, this is crazy. This thing is 4 years old, man. And episode 300 is 4 years ago. So, wow, this is crazy. This is just insane. Time flies. Time flies. Yeah, so this is episode 300. around this time, or maybe before that, I'm not entirely sure, the update with the jungle, and maybe it was way before that. At some point, the cats were a thing, and since I enjoy and like cats, I wanted to have a cat. This cat joined us on episode 313. Episode 313, I was in a jungle. It took a long time to find a jungle. And in this jungle, I found this cat. I tamed this cat. And since episode, I think we arrived here 315. Since then, this cat is in the tower and is keeping us company and is sometimes even starting the episode with a meow. So, yeah, cat. Cat joined episode 313. Then I realized, okay, over time I accumulated so much stuff, and I stored lots of stuff in the old hidey-hole. So where I started everything, I used this place a little bit as a storage building, or as a storage room, but at some point there was not enough space. So I thought, okay, I need a storage building, and I decided, why not building the storage building where I already do have my storage room. And so I think initially there was a wall here or so with the door, and I constructed the entire storage building around it. Now we do have the storage building with so many chests, and we have space to install even more chests. And yeah, this is where the storage building came from. I use frequently. And yeah, then were some minor builds. I think it was around some around change of the years. I built the platform. I just wanted to have something where I can have. Initially, I wanted to build something with rails. I wanted to build a rail system, and I really haven't had a good idea, or I haven't had enough iron. And so I came up, hey, let's build this platform, and let's connect the platform with rails. And as you can see here, Nether Portal Cave is back there, behind the waterfall. We have airport and storage building, if you look that way. So I labeled everything, so if you're up here, you can find out what everything is. Monument Valley, I mean, I think it started with the first end of the year, first tower and cabin, if you look that way. Nice view over to the tower and cabin. I think the end of the year celebration, the New Year's Eve celebration with the fireworks and building the monuments started right away. I remember that right in front of the cabin I had the Buzz Aldrin Space Program Manager hashtag, because I was playing this game so much and I wanted to just do some more advertisement for this game. At some point I relocated it to the Monument Valley, so if you wonder why there's this Buzz Aldrin Space Program Manager hashtag in the center of the Monument Valley, that's the reason I just relocated it to there. And yeah, then after constructing the platform and before doing the next thing, I just thought, okay, I want to add some more details to the world. And one thing I came up with was, I like to have a ship. So it's just a very small build. It's nothing impressive. It's nothing super exciting. It is this little ship we see over there. So I thought, hey, this is a nice thing, and this is a cool place. This is a cool little lagoon, and I wanted to have this ship. So I built this little ship just as a side project. After the ship, lots of episodes happened. Lots of episodes happened where I was just exploring the world, where I was creating the super large map wall. The map wall I wanted to display back in the days as I started with this. It took lots of episodes doing this. I think we even celebrated Christmas in between and so on, so it was a long time project. And I wanted to use the mine, the big room I showed you in the mine for displaying the map wall, but as I finished it, I found, okay, this is way too narrow. This is not, it's not looking good. And so I came up with the idea, okay, we have this super cool idea, we have this super cool project of the map wall. Let's dedicate an entire building to it. And so I did. This is where the museum started. Of course, I also wanted then to put some things to display of things I found during my expedition that are maybe relevant to the coffee break world, and over time I hope I can put more and more things to display. So after I returned from this very long expedition, it really took a long time, the build for the museum started. And as I said, the museum is maybe the second largest. Well, I'm quite sure the mountain home also is huge, but I think the museum and the airports are, just from the dimensions, the biggest things. And yeah, I built a museum with this super cool entrance. I wore this armor during the Great Expedition where I created the map wall. Now it's here to display. I hope we don't have Enderman leftovers. So a magma cube I found somewhere. As they had this update with the pillagers, I think I stopped a raid or something, or I raided a tower from them or something like this. So I got those banners from Magma Cream. And here are more things. So basically the basement is more for the evil aspect. And as you get higher, you see different things. Here we do have this marine themed area with a tropical fish, with some coral, with a pearl of the sea globe, something. The Nautilus shell. If you like, you can even go out to the balcony and catch some fresh air, drink a coffee, and then you can get back in and continue to explore the museum. Once getting up here, you see the super large wall. This took such a long time to explore all of those maps, because they are the most zoomed out maps, and of course you had to go back and forth, so it really took, I don't know, maybe 3-4 episodes per map. So as you can see, this is a lot of effort that went into this map wall. And yeah, I also created the surroundings, so it's basically a little bit of a tree museum, a hidden tree museum. I have all the various types of trees growing here. You can walk around the thing, you can take a nice look to the museum. I think we will do this in just a second. And you can of course get to the top of the museum to catch some more fresh air, to look into this little pond we have up here, look over to the trees, look to the various buildings like the tower and, well, the center of the world monument that has not been constructed back in the days, but it's now constructed, and you can enjoy this little park I created to make also the environment around the museum meaningful. So yeah, everything started with the Great Expedition and ended with the idea, okay, let's construct this ginormous museum. I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with the museum. I think it really fits into the coffee break world. And yeah, we do have this little walkway around the pond, that you can enjoy the pond, that you can walk here. You can see all those various trees, jungle tree, birch tree, dark oak tree, spruce trees, all the trees. Out here is a little bit of a selfie spot where you can look over to the museum and take a selfie of yourself. I think there's also one on the opposite side. And yeah, this is the museum. No, over here is not really a selfie spot. The selfie spot is over there. So that's cool. That's really nice. This is a great thing. And this brings us to the second to last thing. The second to last object site, which is the center of the world thing. Because after the museum, I thought, okay, I somehow need also to commemorate to mark the spot where I started everything, where the coffee break world started, and this is of course the center of the world. And this compass always points to the center of the world. So I use this compass to really determine the center of the world. And at first I wanted to build something on ground level, but since this is next to a mountain, this did not work out as planned, so I came up with the elevated platform, and I connected the platform once again with a rail system, because I enjoy this rail system over there, and so I thought, yeah, why not having a rail system here too? So built this rail system, which took some time. I made this thing a little bit wider, so this is another thing that has changed over time. And yeah, built this rail system to get over here, that you don't have to walk. We have some nicely colored fences and some flowers. And yeah, here's the center of the world. This basically is the center of everything. And I find it pretty cool to mark it with this some kind of compass rose. And this is cool. This is really nice. It's a neat thing, it's a small thing, but I enjoy it. I think it just contributes to the world. And it's colorful, it's something different, so I really enjoy the colorful aspect, because it also reflects a little bit how colorful everything is, how colorful the world is, and yeah, I just wanted to have something somewhat meaningful. So this is the second to last building, and now we get to the last building. The building we are currently still working on, which will still take some time. You already know the path, the thing we need to travel on. Before I get there, I just want to take a quick look at the Monument Valley, because this is the thing that started right from the beginning, from the first change of the years to, well, it's a tradition now. As you see, those paths were a thing that were added later over time, because it's way more convenient, way easy to travel between the different sites. The bridges were added later, the kelp down there in the river was added later to make the river look cooler. Bridges were built later. Here's the Boss Old Space Program Manager hashtag I was referring to. And yeah, we do have Monument Valley here, so Coffee Break started in the year 2014, hence the 2014 monument, and since then we had every year, and at the end of the year a new firework and then a new monument. And well, back in the days, 2014, maybe even 2000, I'm not quite sure when it started, but at some point I really started to give the monument some kind of color to show a little bit how the year was, at least for me. And we had a bright year, we had a very dark year. 2018 was not a great year. 2019 was a little bit of a mixed year. It started good and declined, got worse and worse. 2020, yeah, it was we all agree with COVID-19 was not fun, but I went for the sparkling approach because, hey, there were so many great things that also came out of COVID-19, and there's always hope, and people helped each other and so on. So there were also so much great things, and where darkness is, there's also a bright thing. So this was the reasoning for going for this sparkling approach. And this is Monument Valley. As I said, all those paths were added over time. All the illumination of the path was added over time. And I really enjoyed this path, because also it makes things feel way more connected. It connects the entire world. And it also connects our latest build, the build you should be all familiar with. Maybe if you just started watching this on episode 700, then you're not familiar with, but I guess everyone else already knows about it. By the way, we also do have I haven't demonstrated this, maybe on the way back, we have somewhere up there, you can't see it, the viewer monument. So at some point I started to, okay, let's reward those who comment on my coffee break videos by adding their YouTube name to a viewer monument. And so there's now a monument with several signs on it that that show the names of all those who have asked something, who wrote a comment. Also enjoy this part of the pass, coming through the mountain, going down, having those little bridges. This is pretty cool. And yeah, since I'm also pretty much lots strongly involved in sports, especially endurance sports, running, cycling, swimming, triathlon. I thought, okay, this is perfect. I thought, let's have a hall of sports. Here I like to put all my personal records to display and update them when I break them. But as you see, this is currently under construction. We do have the running track, but the hall of sports itself is still work in progress, and we will resume with that next time, I guess. So, yeah, this are all the buildings, all the sites, all the important things I constructed over the course of 700 episodes. This is a summary of, well, the work I did here in the coffee break world over 700 episodes. Of course, there's way more, lots of talking, lots of discussions of dramatic topics, fun topics, bad moments, happy moments, strange moments. There were travel reviews where I just discussed journeys to Iceland and so on, where I took lots of time to discuss all those things. And yeah, basically you have to watch all the 700 episodes to really know what happened in the coffee break world. But those are all the important sites. And as I said, up here is the viewer monument. As you can see, lots of names on it. All those people have commented at some point, keep on commenting, and are put here so that they have indeed become a part of the coffee break world. And with this, oh no, horse, don't be scared. We need to escape that creeper guy. And with this, we can end the episode as usual by getting back to the tower. Now you know when the tower was constructed, why the tower was constructed, and we can start the next episode up there. I find it pretty cool to celebrate episode 700 like this, to take the view back on 700 episodes and all the things I constructed. And I hope you enjoyed it just as well. So I like to thank all of you for watching 700, well, hopefully watching 700 episodes of the coffee break. And I hope you will stick with me for the next at least 300 episodes until we reach episode 1000. This would be marvelous. It would be fantastic. Yeah, thank you for all the support. At one Christmas, I even got a physical card from Matthew, who sent a card from Canada all across the pond, which is fantastic. And yeah, thank you for all those great moments. And I'm looking forward for the next great moments. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time. 400th episode. So yeah, this is also the thing I created to celebrate our special anniversary. Yeah, with that, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, my name is Sebbi. See you!